TikTok humiliated. TikToker humiliated in court after caught lying. Stinky lady. What's gonna happen now, huh?
This TikToker was just humiliated in court after it seems like she was caught lying, as the woman known as the TikTok DoorDash.
Me, when I lie, and have to face the consequences of my actions.
Driver, she went from telling the internet that she was a victim to standing in front of a judge on felony charges. And unfortunately, instead of being seen as a victim now, the DoorDash girl is kind of coming across like a joke.
Yeah, based
on her TikTok account. This court appearance is our first look at the Oswego DoorDash driver fired for posting video of a naked customer, 23-year-old Olivia Henderson, arraigned this morning on charges of disseminating unlawful surveillance.
She ruined that guy's life, probably. Because there's gonna be a bunch of people out there who probably fucking try to dox him and like reveal his location because they thought that he was being a freaking predator. Yeah, I don't think they should go easy on her, but they probably will because she's a white woman. For
Henderson's
sure.
accused of recording and posting video of a customer
I've seen it many times.
taken through his front door as he lay drunkenly unconscious on his couch in October.
Sure.
She was accusing him of called police, who in turn arrested her. This got national attention on social media. Henderson's back in court after the new year.
Like, dude, how do you go from delivering Wendy's to potentially serving prison time? How does one...
People's lives aren't hard enough. They, like, have to create extra problems for themselves. I genuinely think so. I think if you're, like, in the Middle Ages and, like, you know, your husband or your family passed away from, like, the bubonic plague and you're, like, living alone and you have to, like, I don't know, work or, like, stay at home and, like, just basically feed yourself... Yeah, the people don't get bored. They're like, damn, my life is hard enough already. I won't purposefully cause problems for myself. And then this woman just does it for free.
TikTok spiral into a whole legal saga because somehow this is exactly what happened to 23-year-old Olivia Henderson in Oswego, New York. So let's go all the way back to the start because the details matter here, especially now that everything she originally claimed seems like is going up in smoke. Because it seems like there's a whole lot of evidence that's coming out now. So on October 12th, Olivia was out doing DoorDash and she gets an order. The customer tells her to leave the food at the front door. And that's very important to note because that's key to the story. She drives over, walks up to the house, and this is where she decides to take the story into a direction that makes my brain itch. It doesn't make sense. I don't know why she would ever do this. So instead of leaving the food where she's supposed to, she takes her phone and starts recording through the doorway. And in the TikTok that she posted right after this, she said the front door was wide open. And that's where the customer was lying on the couch, exposed right in her line of sight.
3 days ago, October 12th, 2025, I was a victim of SA by a DoorDash customer while I was doing my job as a DoorDash driver. Excuse me if you've already seen this. This is my third time posting this because...
And there's thousands of people that have suffered from retards like this that just can go on the internet and just fucking lie. Well, and even then, not even on the internet, before the internet happened, because you didn't have, like, cameras everywhere, people weren't, like, recording themselves all the time. Yeah, people probably got away with a lot of shit. She's just stupid and, like, actually uploaded the evidence.
TikTok keeps silencing me and taking my videos down and giving me strikes. So, on October 12th, 2025, the DoorDash customer requested...
This TikToker was just humiliated.
Oh, man, did I really... I smacked my freaking... mouse, sorry.
Dash customer requested that their order be left at their front door. When I arrived at their front door was wide open. Their lights were on. And then you went inside. They were sleeping on the couch within eyesight of the front door with their pants and underwear pulled down to their ankles, and they were indecently exposed to me.
She made it sound like he was basically staging himself nude for her arrival. And in this...
Dude, I feel like if I saw that kind of thing and it was like completely on accident, I wouldn't be so like... I don't know, she sounds kind of like almost like happy, like manic. Was he conscious at the time? Yes, he acknowledged that he was drunk and that he ordered some food and he had no pants down. Like, again, I wouldn't feel comfortable, but I wouldn't like freak out and be like, oh God, he's like coming at me with his cock out. Ah!
video, and literally everyone after that she posted, she's emotional and telling millions of viewers that this man harassed her by showing himself on purpose. And of course, TikTok reacts exactly how you would expect. You have outrage, sympathy, stitches, duets. It was really all over the place. An original video rockets all the way up to 30 million views, and people start either calling her brave or calling her a liar. And once her video blew up, Olivia went full speed into the victim narrative. She posted follow-ups saying TikTok deleted her video to silence her. She claims that DoorDash fired her for reporting what happened, and she said that the police were not helping her.
But yeah, I reported it to DoorDash, and DoorDash did ban the customer. And then 2 days later, DoorDash banned me, which doesn't seem unrelated. I appealed.
Honestly, good. I like that they banned both of them. Yeah, they're like, I don't want to deal with this. We're just gonna ban both of them and let him figure it out for right now. It's good. I think that's a good thing. If you're unsure, it's better to ban both of them and then figure it out later on.
And they were supposed to respond to my appeal within 7 to 10
crazy
business days.
Yeah,
they didn't even provide me a reason for my deactivation. They're supposed to send an email. They didn't.
You know what other thing that really ticks me off about women making TikToks that men don't do? I don't know if I can gesture this with my model, but they do this like thing where they kind of like turn their head like this. They're like I don't know. It's like a weird thing that girls do. Maybe it's like looking at themselves in the camera and they think like they have to like adjust their like, I don't know, their angle, I guess. They just love to do that.
So I contacted support and they told me to continue with my appeal without knowing a reason why. There's an option to select, don't know why I was deactivated, and then you still have to explain yourself. So I did. And within 12 hours afterward, they had already denied my appeal. So I'm really never getting my DoorDash account back.
Good.
DoorDash deactivated me. DoorDash punished me for exposing my assaulter. And TikTok is currently punishing me for exposing my story time. And this is the only justice I'm getting because I also reported this to the police and the police are doing nothing. Like I'm about to lose my account. I was assaulted. I'm the victim. I lost my job. I'm the victim.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
is this making sense to anybody?
She essentially framed...
She sounds so crazy and unhinged.
It all as this system is working against a woman who simply spoke up. The problem is, though, the system was actually working just fine. It seems like, at least, just not in her favor, because the Oswego Police Department didn't take her claim lightly. They opened a full investigation and talked to the customer. They analyzed the house and even looked at the security cameras. And allegedly, they have Ring footage, which is where this gets really interesting, to put it lightly. Because from that alleged footage, the cops say that the customer wasn't exposed to Olivia. He was completely unconscious, passed out drunk on his couch after a night out. So this is where the part comes that turns us from a misunderstanding to, wait, this is a crime. Because police say the door wasn't wide open like she claimed, because there's alleged Ring video footage reportedly showing her opening the door. And I still cannot wrap my head around why she would ever do that, because what do you mean she opened the guy's door, recorded him semi-naked, and then posted it online and thought, hey, this is a great idea. I'm totally gonna make myself a victim and get away with this. It doesn't make sense. Why would you ever do that to someone? Let alone to yourself, because you know that's a crime. Now, obviously, this detail changes the entire case, because then she allegedly didn't walk up to an exposed man. She allegedly walked up to a closed door, opened it herself, saw a guy who wasn't conscious, and then pulled up her phone and recorded his naked body and posted it to the internet for everyone to see for, I guess, attention. Like, seriously? Yep. Hello? How do you even defend that? Your Honor, the lighting made it look open. Like, it doesn't make sense. At this point, police are like, okay, not only is this not harassment, but we might actually have a crime on her end, because in New York, the law is pretty clear that a person inside their home has a reasonable expectation of privacy, and recording them without their consent, especially in an intimate or vulnerable state, is illegal. Duh. But posting
that's the one time that New York laws actually kind of make sense.
That footage is also illegal. So she didn't just break some DoorDash rules, she broke the laws that exist, specifically to stop people from doing
why do people assume there's a Ring doorbell that become commonplace like years ago? Because they're stupid. And by the way, I've seen this happen before. I got ding-dong ditched by a bunch of kids while I was streaming. And I saw them, like, I live in an apartment, so there's like a little, like, what is it called? Like a hallway where you have to like walk up. And I could see a bunch of little kids walking up through the front because I'm in an elevated, like, what is it called? Like an elevated... I'm on the second floor, but I live on the second floor, but then there's like a first floor where you have to go up and knock on the door or whatever, and I have a Ring doorbell, right? So I saw these kids coming up the driveway where the apartment complex starts, and I saw them in the distance, and I was like, I didn't think anything of it. And then when I saw them on my phone, I was like, these little kids are like knocking on my door. Do I have to go check? And then I saw them running away. I saw them running away. And I was like, they're stupid because it's like there's a doorbell right at the front where you can see it activating when they knock on the door. They didn't press the Ring doorbell, but they knocked on the door, which automatically also notifies that you're like getting like, you know, you're getting people at the door. I was like, oh my god, I just got ding dong ditched in 2025, and they're little kids. So like, I didn't say like, oh, they're being stupid. They're little cute kids, right? But there's people who are adults that just don't have any brain function, and they don't think about what they're doing. Yeah.
What she did. I guess this is just the first time it was done in a DoorDash context.
People are stupid.
Fast forward to November 14th. This is when Olivia gets arrested, and not for what she claimed. She's charged with second-degree unlawful surveillance and first-degree dissemination of an unlawful surveillance image. Both are apparently Class C felonies, each carrying up to 4 years in prison. So yes, the math is still correct. 8 years in total, worst case scenario. So 8 years for a TikTok that she filmed, edited, and posted herself. Now, will she get the max sentence for this? Highly unlikely. But I also really wonder if these people ever stop and take a look at the footage they're posting and go, I wonder what could go wrong with this. Because I'm still kind of caught up on the fact of like how she thought posting this for millions of people to see was a good idea. So now we have the update. On December 4th, she has her arraignment. So she shows up to the Oswego City Court, and yes, the vibe shift was pretty insane here.
The Oswego City judge allowing News Channel 9 to record the proceedings. The first look at 23-year-old Olivia Henderson outside her popular TikTok page.
Their front door was wide open, and they were within eyesight of the front door, laying on the couch indecently exposed to me.
This is her last post, published October 26th, 2 weeks after her now deleted video causing this controversy. Working as a driver for delivery service DoorDash, Henderson claimed she was dropping off a food order when through the customer's door, saw him on the couch naked. After posting her footage, she reported the incident to Oswego police.
Some of the claims that she had made on social media after the fact were not in fact true.
Investigators determined the man, drunkenly unconscious.
I don't know why this is so funny to me.
Some of the claims that she had made on social media after the fact were not in fact true.
This is like comedic to me. Like yeah, so she lied on the internet. Whoa! This poor cop has to deal with this dumb bitch too.
Investigators.
Yeah, he sounds super chill. He's like, so in fact, we found out this is a lie.
Determined the man, drunkenly unconscious on his couch, did nothing wrong. Dude. But he found out lewd images of him were published for thousands of TikTok users to see. So police criminally charged Henderson with 2 counts related to unlawful surveillance. Court documents accuse her of recording, quote, intimate parts without consent when he had a reasonable expectation of privacy.
And to all those that have been supportive of me during this time, thank you so much.
For as talkative as she's been on TikTok until now, she had nothing to say while leaving the courthouse.
Olivia, do you want to say anything about what happened?
Because this is the same person who had no problems telling millions of strangers about what happened in multiple videos. But suddenly, when reporters ask her questions in person, she has nothing to say. Her lawyer waives the reading of the charges and enters a non-guilty plea. The judge then lets her go without bail. But the moment she steps outside of the courthouse, it became crystal clear that the energy has completely flipped. Her dad lifts his coat over her face as they walk to the car. So she went from telling her side of the story to millions of people on TikTok to not wanting to address it anymore. And her lawyer later released a statement saying because the case is viral, she's gotten harassed and that they take defending clients seriously. And look, harassment is never okay. But the statement wasn't saying that she was innocent. Basically, it wasn't a denial, but more like, hey, please calm down. She still has the right to a lawyer. And obviously that's true. But I also feel like that's not really the statement you release when, you know, the evidence isn't really lining up in your favor. And speaking of evidence, the police report said there was no SA. The man never interacted with her. He never even woke up. It was Olivia who allegedly walked.
You you wake up and your phone's getting blown up. She doxed you. She probably, like, people found out where you work. They called you a predator. Like, how do you look at your daughter the same way after she pulls shit like that? It's so hard. I can't say, like, I like, some parents, like, they just overlook that type of shit. I can't say for myself. Like, I don't know how I'd fucking feel, dude. I feel like I would just fucking clap their ass, dude. It was so bad. Was probably cooked. Yeah, no, he was probably just drunk.
Up, allegedly opened the door, saw an unconscious man, filmed and posted it, and then built an entire narrative around it that the police say never happened. And then she doubled down, and she accused DoorDash of firing her for speaking her truth. Except DoorDash said posting a video of a customer inside of their home is a massive violation of the company policy. They didn't deactivate her for reporting harassment. They deactivated her because she put someone's private moment on display for the whole internet. So I mean, it makes sense. And honestly, what else are they supposed to do? But our next court date is scheduled for January, and at this point, the whole situation could go a few different ways. The DA could offer a plea deal, they could take it to trial, she could get probation, she could get jail time. But here's my guess of what happens next. So the DA could take this all the way to trial, but honestly, it kind of feels unlikely. Like, most cases like this end up in some sort of plea deal, especially when the evidence is clear and the defendant is a first-timer. If she owns up to what happened, she might actually walk away with just probation. Maybe community service, maybe mandatory counseling. But
she's going to get a more lenient sentence. Woman plus white. People find it, like, empathetic. Like, the jury might be more empathetic towards her.
If she tries to fight this, and let's say the ring footage is as solid as what the police say, jail time is very possible. Class C felonies are no joke, even though the TikToks that caused them could be. So essentially,
she should be permanent, like, off of every social media for the rest of her life.
Entire case just hinges on the alleged ring footage the police claim to have, and I guess how much you actually see in this footage. But no matter what the court decides, her reputation is pretty much set in stone, as she's now kind of known as the TikTok DoorDash driver who filmed a passed out naked guy inside of his own house and then allegedly—
if she's allowed to keep posting on social media, I hope people, like, follow her to the ends of, like, until she passes away or something. From natural causes, not from bad things happening to her. I'm saying, like, until she stops existing. I don't know how to word this without sounding mean. Like, I don't want anything to happen to her. I'm just saying, like, I hope this follows her until the rest of her life.
He lied about it on TikTok. And the sad part is this entire thing was avoidable. All of it. If she just, followed the instructions of leaving the food at the door and going back to her car and just continuing with her orders. Like, what's going on here? Yeah. Why did you do all this to yourself? And to him. But obviously she didn't do that. Instead, she allegedly opened the door, recorded a person without their consent, claimed that she was the victim, and posted the proof of her own crimes to a platform famous for forensic level screenshot detectives. And it's safe to say this is just influencer brain rot in its final stage. So I guess—
will she be put on a list for, like, doing this? Has that been stated yet? I want her to be in the sex offender registry. Yeah, that's what I want too. That's what I'm thinking. Like, she basically looked at this guy's pee-pee without his consent, filmed and distributed on the internet, and doxed him. I think that's a really clear-cut case of, like,
yes, we just gotta wait around and see what happens in January. But if you haven't checked out Gamersubs yet, I would heavily recommend going to gamersubs.gg/Atozy because they have some of the best lemonade and lemonade adjacent flavors. Because they're hands down one of the best powdered beverages on the market right now with a whole range of flavors, ranging from the standard. My favorite is currently the lemonade. I feel like I've been shilling the lemonade every single time.
He has a normie audience. Do you notice that? Look at the tub. It's the normie Gamersubs tub. I'm sorry. It's just funny to me because he doesn't have, like, the VTuber. Yeah, it's the basic tub in the normie cup.
Lemonade. I feel like I've been shilling the lemonade every single time I talk about Gamersubs, but I am literally drinking it right now because it really just is that good. And tasty. It's sugar-free, so that's always a bonus. And Gary decided to say what's up as well. But if lemonade isn't your thing, so you see, I keep ordering all the lemonade adjacent ones because I really like lemonade. But we got BBL, which is blueberry lemonade. We got BBL, like a pineapple one, which is also good.
I like that one.
Good. I order the ones that are caffeine free. Wait, I don't know if it was focus. I have already have way too much caffeine every day, so I order the caffeine-free ones. But if you don't believe me that it's the best powdered drink on the market, you can literally try it for free, as they do send out these free sample packs for free. You don't have to enter any credit card details, free shipping, it's free. And if you do enjoy the samples, feel free to use code Atozy if you come back and buy a tub.
I'm not, it's cute. I think it's good that they're sponsoring everyone. I'm teasing, I'm just teasing.
One of these tubs is about 100 servings. And all you need—
When's your flavor? Soon. I can't say much, but soon.
Need is 2 of these tiny spoonfuls to fill this entire thing for flavor. Or obviously you need water as well. Gamersubs.gg/Atozy to get yourself some gamer subs or maybe a loved one as a nice little Christmas present. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.
Thanks, man. Thanks for a little ad at the end there. Anyway, I hope she gets on the registry or something. I think that it's totally unfair that she gets away with this shit. Again, if you put this on the other foot, if shoes on the other foot, I think it's fucked. It's so bad. Why is it okay for when a woman does it? It's like, oh, you get a little slap on the wrist, a little community service. If a man does it, oh my god, chop his balls off type shit.
Yeah.